So in a previous video, I spoke about why I'm not optimistic about Manchester United's 2022-23 season, and that video will be linked below in the description, but in this video I'm going to give the reasons why I am optimistic for Manchester United this season. So firstly, despite my concern over the lack of transfers, I do think that one upside could be the development of not just the young players but also existing senior players. If United don't bring in a central midfielder like Frankie de Jong or a winger like Antony, then I think this could allow players like James Garner, Hannibal Mejbri and Alejandro Garnacho to get more game time from the start of the season, which in turn could allow them to develop quicker than they otherwise would if those players were brought in. And I think all three of those players have the potential, if developed right, to be top level players that could be first team starters for United over the next 2 to 3 seasons. Garnacho only turned 18 at the start of July. I think he's a player in the mode of someone like Jadon Sancho or Bukayo Saka, who can come into the first team at a top club and transform into a first team regular over the course of a season or two. And with his natural dribbling ability and pace combined with his youthful fearlessness, I wouldn't be surprised if Garnacho was able to break out as a surprise star this season. Mejbri and Garner are both a little more developed than Garnacho due to their age, Mejbri being 19 and Garner being 21, with both, especially Garner, having a lot more experience in senior football. I think Garner would be the biggest beneficiary from United's lack of transfers, as I find it hard to believe that Ten Hag will persist with Fred and McTominay in the midfield double pivot over Garner for the full season. And genuinely, I think Garner has top level potential, and so I'm excited to see what he can do when given the chance. Mejbri as well is someone I am looking forward to seeing, as I think Ten Hag could deploy him in a deeper role to where we have been seeing him previously, when he has featured for United, and he could develop into a similar kind of player to Frankie de Jong. Obviously this wouldn't be a quick process, and so I would expect Garner's and even Garnacho's development to be a lot quicker than Mejbri's, but also players like Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal, Facundo Pellistri and Amad Diallo, who under ideal circumstances would be loaned out, maybe given an opportunity as Marcus Rashford was in 2016, and could potentially grab the opportunity with both hands, which could catapult their development. Whilst I do rate Iqbal and Savage, I just think with Garner and Mejbri ahead of them in the pecking order, it's going to be hard for them to break into the starting 11, though I could see Amad taking this opportunity, with him really only competing with Elanga and Garnacho for a spot on the bench as one of the alternative wide attackers at the moment. But it's not just young players who I think we could see develop under Ten Hag, it's also existing first team players. Rashford and Martial are two players who have shown in the past that they have the capabilities to be top level players, but they need to regain this form and sustain it consistently over a full season. I think both players struggled under previous managers due to those managers, Solskjaer and Mourinho specifically, having an inability to coach individual players and take them to the next level in the same way that Klopp and Guardiola can. However, Ten Hag has a proven track record of being able to do this, with players like Hakim Ziyech, Dusan Tadic, Daley Blind and Sebastian Haller, all players who are able to greatly improve their game under Ten Hag, despite not exactly being early into their careers. I think particularly being forward players, Ten Hag's ability to teach movement and coordination in the attack could give Martial and Rashford the foundations to then use their individual ability to produce the output that would make them top level. Jadon Sancho could also fall into this category, and so United potentially have 3 top level or even world class attackers, if Ten Hag can put them on the right development path, and this would be a game changer for United's season. I also expect players like Diego Dalot, Lindelof and Fred to massively improve under Ten Hag's coaching, and whilst at the moment United's squad looks rather underwhelming, come the new year with players' improvements, we could see United's individual abilities in the squad being substantially higher than they are right now. But the main factor behind my optimism is Ten Hag himself. Under Mourinho, whilst United had a legendary manager of the game, they also had a manager who was beginning to fall behind the times, with Pep and Klopp's philosophies and styles taking the modern game by storm. Under Solskjaer, United simply could not compete with the top 2, but now despite Conte and Tuchel now joining Pep and Klopp in the league, United have not just one of the best managers in the game, but a manager whose style and philosophy perfectly suits the direction of the modern game. We've seen it happen before when Mourinho first came in at Chelsea in 2004, Pochettino at Tottenham, and Klopp and Pep, but also we've seen it with managers like Rafa Benitez, Conte at Chelsea and even Arsene Wenger back in the late 90s, where a manager comes into a league not necessarily with a world-class reputation, but manages to develop as a coach whilst in the league, and I think we could see the same happen with Ten Hag, as he goes from a manager on the same level as Conte and Tuchel to a manager challenging Klopp and Pep at the top of the European Manager Summit. So overall, whilst I do have concerns as I outlined in the other video, you do have to be nuanced and fair to both sides, and so I think people can analyse both sides of the current situation rather than lean into either extreme. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, check out the other one which will be in the description, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications, and put your thoughts in the comment section below.